Prayers to the dice gods.
Hi, I'm Alan and welcome to Prayers to the Dice Gods. Today we're looking at removing the mold lines and assembling your models. Not everybody is as fast as I am at assembling and cleaning up models. This is Colin. He was found mistreated and misused in the bottom of a box. As you can see, his previous owner failed to even clean up the mold lines. Colin has been very depressed, so we have joined in with a new team who are on the lookout for the monsters that failed to clean him up properly. The first thing I realised here is that I had run out of standard 25mm bases, so I had to use the slot bases I had left over from about 20 years ago. But of course you don't want slot base for the new models because they stick straight on top. So what I did here was I got some plasticard and I cut it to size and then glued it to the top of the base and then trimmed it around. One of the least exciting things that I had to do during this project. There we go. Now I'm going to take out one of the models. Carefully taking him off with a set of clippers. Now if you look on the reverse side of the sprues, you'll notice that each of the parts are actually numbered. Those correspond to the instruction manual. Because I've had these models for a while now and I have no idea where that's gone, but I know that the numbers are fairly close together, so 6 and 7 stands to reason that they fit together. Now I'm just going to take the scalpel blade here and we're going to scrape the mould lines. This seems to be the most popular use of the scalpel at the moment for cleaning up models. Unfortunately what it does do is if you've got any fine details like the tentacle here, it can actually flatten those off. So not always your best option. Now we clean up the second part, which is his arm and another tentacle. So straight onto his base. Give that a second to slightly set. Then we're going to stick on his arm. Now he's all finished, all glued together, glued to his base. Now we move on to the next model, where we're going to use sandpaper to take the mould lines off. Now this is a really fine sandpaper, because we don't want it to take too much detail off in one go, so it takes a little bit of working It gives it a nice smooth edge when it's done, but it also means that we can use the paper to get into smaller details. As we move on to the next piece, you see that even these little bits that the clipper left behind are fairly easy to sand down. Now we're going to glue them all together exactly the same as if we'd used the modelling knife. We're going over to Colin for breaking news. Colin looks like he's in trouble there. Hopefully we get an update from him a little bit later on. You can also use a hobby file to take off the mould lines. Now this will depend on which one you've got, whether or not you've got a set of different shapes. The one I have here is actually quite a good one. It takes off mould lines really fast, but that means that it can also take off small details really quickly as well. So you have to be a little bit careful when you're using the files, depending on which bits you're doing, and always try and go with the curve.
The bell icon so that you get all of the notifications as and when the new videos are released. The Dice Gods favour the painted army,